It's your girl, Jacina Love. You already know we're about to pull up. Today we got Calvin Price. We're about to pull up to his studio. We're here in Brooklyn. Let's go.
This is why I call Dorm Studios, where, you know, the kids, I get a lot of kids that come from after school. And they come here with their PlayStation and their computer, they connect. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like an after school thing too, you know? Yeah, so
I absolutely love that.
I be having the game up for them too here, and
it's a positive thing to do.
Of course. I'm not winging it too. I mean, I was winging it at first, but it was like a call. It was like a calling to me. Everything was falling into place.
And respect to the game and what everybody's doing, and all these opportunities now coming in with the outlets that are out now and the platforms that are out to make it easier. I don't feel like we could call it winging it. I feel like there's a respect to street smart. There's a respect to us. I'm a teacher. I took that up in college. Mm-hmm. Now, what I'm doing here as journalism, I study. Down to the smallest things. We're studying our work. Exactly. So we deserve that respect. So it ain't winging it. That's what I mean to say.
I mean, I call it winging it because at the time, it's like, I don't know what I was doing. Like, I literally was like, my first song, Downtown Love, I recorded it. I sent it to my boy. He went to school for engineering. He was the one I was calling.
Downtown Love.
Yes.
And you totally switched it up from then.
I did, because this is something I always wanted to do as a kid.
Got it.
Like, I'm making my younger self. Like, if my younger self sees me now, he'll be like, what?
Oh
like,
my God, I love that.
You know what I mean? So,
I want to hear what you got with Flipstar. Let's play that real quick.
For sure.
Show that, play that. Show us what you do here.
So, I have this new song called By Jersey. He sent me this song. And I was like, this is like something I need. It's a Jersey club.
Quiere más perreo, la nena quiere más fiesta. Pétale la guagua que ella quiere dar una vuelta. No le haga caso a los bulteros que hablan mucha mierda. Se toma una pastilla para que ella se divierta. Me vio y se pegó, al novio lo negó. La chonti de misa, ella tiene 22. Dame más botella porque ella lo pidió. Yo tengo muchas novias por si Titi preguntó.
I love this. And you've been working with Flipstar for a little bit now, right?
Yeah, I've been working for him since 2021.
Wow.
The beginning of the year, when things started reopening. I met him. The first time I saw him was like at one of them afties, and I introduced myself like any other artist will introduce himself to DJs. And I guess he was late for the party, and he was really trying to get his computer up, and I'm like, yo, I'm Calvin, I do music. He wasn't paying attention. And then I was leaving, and I remember like today, I look back and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna work with him. Just not now, this is not the time. And then literally when things started opening back up, as far as the clubs, I wasn't like planning on going to his parties. I was just going to his parties. Like literally, like I didn't know he was there. I didn't know he was there. He was just there. So I would go, I would chill with my friends a little bit, and then I would go to the booth. And then he would be like, yo, come to the booth, like chill with me. And then at the time he needed somebody to grab his bag, to drive him, somebody to be there for him.
Seriously.
And I'm like, yo, I'll do that for
you.
Almost
like interning.
Yeah. And I was like, I'll do that for you. Just play my music. He looked at me like what? Like you an artist? Like why would you? Why would you? Because nowadays the artists, they got the chain, they got the car.
Yep.
It's like an agenda they have to.
Yes.
So that's why he looked at me. He's like, "You're an artist. Why would you want to like carry my bag?" But if you think about it, back in the days, the artists used to grab the crates for the DJs.
That's right.
So they had to do that footwork.
And one hand washes the other. This is why we
Exactly.
call it an industry. This is a community. That's community right there.
Exactly. So I started driving for him. I started setting up the laptop, and then throughout the years we grew and created a bond. It's like my older brother, and we went through a lot. Like because of him, I rubbed shoulders with like we did Cardi B's birthday party. We would do that. I met Yandel. I met Tiny, J Balvin.
Your
Yeah.
sound gives me like Yandel.
That's the first artist that I listened to.
That's
as
crazy.
a kid.
That's what it gives me.
Yeah, nah, he's like one of the first artists that I was like, yeah, I kind of want to make music. This is what I want to do as a kid. So that, like you said, one hand washes the other.
That's right.
As far as I'm gonna help you, drive you, and I'll carry your bag.
And now look, y'all making music together.
And then we make exactly.
Crazy. All right, well, let's get into the sprinter, and we're gonna talk some more.
For sure.
It's Jacina Love, the pull-up show. You already know. Today we got Calvin Price.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Super excited. A friend for a long time.
Yes.
I've been watching him do his thing. But first, look at us, living lavish. Lavish Lift. Shouts to Lavish Lift. Shouts to this podcast network. And you already know, we pull up, and we pulled up here. We're in Brooklyn.
Yeah, we are.
Today, but we got Bronx's own in the building. So let's not take away from that.
Big X, you know?
Talk to me, Calvin. How are you? How
I'm
are
doing.
you doing?
I'm doing great. Excited for this.
You're working. I mean, ever since I met you, I would say, what, it was 5 years ago?
Yes.
5 or 4 years ago?
Yes.
You've always been working. Always. We met at the studio,
Yep.
which we're going to talk about a little bit later, and how
Yes.
important networking is, right?
Super important.
But where did the love for music start for you?
The love for music, as a kid, I was a lover boy. Like, as a young kid.
So before Champagne Poppy?
Yeah, like
You was a lover boy.
I was in love with the girls in my class. So, and then I feel like my mom is a lover girl too. So she, like, I would see her a lot, like with her stereo, her sitting down, like having a little cigarette, listening to salsa. So that definitely like has some sort of like effect. Cause I started doing it, me sitting down on the computer, listening to Yandel, listening to Don Omar, listening to all these artists as a young kid. So I knew since a kid, like my brother would ask me like, yo, what you want to do when we grow up? What you think you're gonna do? And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do music.
Your brothers to say,
Nah, he'll be like, yeah. He want to be an actor.
Oh,
actor.
that's
He's like, yo, I want to
okay.
be in a movie.
He's older or younger?
He's older. He's
Okay.
definitely, yeah, he's older. So at a very young age, like these songs that I would listen to, like Yandel, like Dembo, like those type of songs, I'll be like, damn, like I like these songs. It made me feel in love with the girls from my class. So you know what I mean. So that it comes from that for sure. Like if I wasn't outside playing football or like playing baseball, I was upstairs listening to music with a radio or my computer, the big computer with the big back.
Yo,
Those computers. Yeah. So some people, yeah, the new generation. I'm not that old, but I remember as a little kid using those computers, you know?
What salsa music she's in? Who's her favorite salsa artist?
So I don't think she has a favorite salsa artist.
That's like me. I love it a little bit.
I think she listens to salsa like during those times. Like it takes her back during the times. Like she asks me.
Momentum.
Yeah, I make playlists for her too. Like I make playlists for the girls I like too. Like to this day.
That's cute.
You know what I mean? So
wow, so you be in DMs like, yo, take this playlist.
Nah. I don't do that. It's like it gotta be special. A playlist for me is like top. Like this is a gift for you. This is what I be thinking when I listen to this.
I love that.
So
you have Spotify playlist too?
I do Apple. Yeah, I do Spotify and Apple depending on what platform they're on, you feel me? If they use the Apple Music, yeah. So
depending on the girl,
yeah,
she an Apple Music girl
or a Spotify girl, I'll make you. I'll cadence to the platform you on. You know what I mean?
Yo, talk about Loverboy. I like that. You backed it up. You backed up the whole Loverboy idea. I really like that. So you're romantic. Now being Latino, coming from the Bronx, talk to me a little bit about that and how it's molded you and who you are today.
Is the sauce. Like,
it really is.
It's the sauce.
Yo,
like,
and this wasn't planned. Shouts to the Yankees and shouts to the whole Bronx move, and because that's to me. I mean, it's New York. Four line. It's New York, but you know, I feel a little.
Shout out to D-Line right there, 4 line, 161 Burnside. That's my stop, Burnside. But yeah, being from having Latino parents, it creates a like I created the sauce, like, you know what I mean, like listening to salsa on a Sunday, you know what I mean, it's time, you already knew it's time to clean up and get up and pick up your room, you know what I mean.
Lifestyle, it's a whole lifestyle.
It's the culture, and I'm pretty sure that every Latino household went through that. Like waking up in the morning, you heard that salsa, that means you gotta be up, you know what I mean, and it's a trickle effect, you know. I didn't know what he was saying in the songs because I was so young, but then you listen to it when you grow older, and I'm like, oh, that's why you was listening to that in front of the radio, you know what I mean? Like, you know what
that's why you dedicated that song when that, that's what that is.
Exactly, so it's just, I think being Latino is the meat of everything, like the root of everything, you know, of my career, of the genre, you know, is like the culture, you know. And I also lived in DR for quite a bit.
Yes, okay, good. I wanted to get into that because you're Spanish, your music is so on point. I'm like, when did you learn to speak Spanish? When did that come in?
So my mom was like, yeah, you're not doing high school out here.
Wow.
Yeah, she shit me to my father. She was like, yo, you going to DR.
No
she was like, yeah.
way.
And she was like, I should do it now when you're in 7th grade. Because once you start 8th grade and you already know that you're about to go to high school next year, you start, as a kid, you think you're grown and you start skipping school and this, that, and the third. And also it was a benefit because I went to private school out there in DR. I got a good education. I made friends. I networked. Because the network starts in your high school, to be honest. That's when you really start networking with these, with people. And also, yeah, that's how, I always knew Spanish. Because my mom, she don't speak English. She's Puerto Rican, born in Puerto Rico.
From where in Puerto Rico?
She's from Calle.
Nice.
She's from where Wisin and Yandel is from.
Look at that.
Yes. So.
And to me, we're like vibing with that because when I heard the music and we're listening to it, and I'm like, you give me like a Yandel vibe, and you're like, whoa, that's where it all began.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I get a lot of punchlines, and I make my punchlines according to what I used to listen to, and that's what I used to listen to, Wisin and Yandel. And I made her she hit me up, she was like, yo, make me a Wisin and Yandel playlist.
She got one of those too.
She got a Wisin and Yandel playlist. She got the salsa playlist with me.
So talking about punchlines, let's talk about, I didn't shout out the fact that you're a songwriter.
Yes, I am.
You producing your own stuff.
Yes, and I don't like the mix and mastering, but when I have to do it, I do it, you know.
Nice. And we have to talk about this. So you didn't go to school for this?
No, I did not. No.
So you're self-taught. You study.
Yeah, for sure.
You showed us the books upstairs.
Yeah, I studied.
But what did this take? What's that process like?
It's interesting because I'm self-taught because I had to. You know, like as soon as I put my studio up, the people that was going there, they were asking me, how you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? So it's like something that I started investigating myself. Like, how can I make this effect? How can I make this beat? How can I make this sound? Wow. So it's like I was doing my own research and being hands-on with my creativity. And then it's it molds my process, my creative process. Me having the studio and accommodating to the clients that I had just molds my creativity. Like, you know, I absorb from every session that I have.
So if they ask you for something, that's when you're learning that thing. Like, okay, do you do this? And you're like, tomorrow I will.
Yeah, exactly. I never say I don't know how to do it. I say I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna get to it. You know, I don't know it yet. I'm gonna do my research. Or I do the research sometimes right there. Like I put up YouTube when they like in the back chilling, playing Mario Kart. I'll be like, how to do this.
No, don't talk about Mario Kart. We're not gonna get into that. Let's not talk about Mario Kart.
Nah, yeah, but I do my research right there sometimes. I don't know how to do it. Like I'm not scared. Like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes
that's a beauty. That vulnerability right there. You see that piece right there. That's so important for our listeners.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
So important for people to know, because I could imagine how many times somebody wanted to do something and didn't because they didn't go to school for it, and didn't because they didn't think that, oh my God, I'm gonna bogusly just go on YouTube and learn this, or I'm gonna get a book and learn this.
Yeah, some people are afraid to even search that up in front of their clients or in front of other people, just because they think that, oh damn, this person is gonna think like I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's like, what I'm trying to get at is that I like having sessions where the artist is his first time recording ever, because I learn from them. I sometimes see myself a lot in them, like, yo, this is me at one point trying to learn and trying to get the knowledge, and then I start learning. It's like studying yourself when you have these new artists that are like for the first time in the studio and they trying to create something and they have this music in their mind and they trying to get it out. Sometimes I got a lot of like transcribe that idea to real life. So I got to create a vibe. Sometimes when I'm writing for a person, I do this, the same thing. I'm like, I interview them, just like how you interviewing me. I'll be like, yo, play me music that you're listening to right now. Play me music that you was listening to as a kid. You know what I mean?
I love that.
And what is your vibe?
Really
exactly.
To
like,
see who they are.
I have artists that come in and they were like, yo, I was listening to Madonna, and then out of nowhere, I'll do a Madonna feel, and it's like, damn, like, this is what I always wanted. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that is just priceless right there. Like bringing that idea to life and giving them exactly what they wanted is just priceless. Like,
and y'all gotta really listen to this kid's music. Like, you gotta really, I mean, from Downtown Love to all the way to Nisio, and we're gonna get into that and we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But wow, talking about networking, being in this studio building, because how we met, and it giving to the idea of what we just spoke about producing and doing things on your own and meeting people who teach you things. And talk to us about a little bit about that.
I mean, our environment is great because we come across people anywhere from a violinist to a podcaster, you know, or an interviewer, or
like, they do everything, right?
The
so
traffic,
the building we're in is like what? Like they have
everything. Literally, I get a haircut here sometimes. Yes. You know what I mean? Like I get my nails done here sometimes. So it's like a great environment where it's not always about music. It's just different characters, I'll say, in this building. It's just, and it takes you further. You know.
How important do you think networking is?
It's super important. It's like I said earlier, you start networking in high school. You know what I mean? So it's like, I have friends where their dads are like politicians and doctors and lawyers, and you know what I mean? So it's always good to have those, to network with these people, because you don't know when you're gonna need your network. You know what I mean? Seriously. When you're gonna need that contact list, or I have this. Like, for example, Flip literally, like, he be needing producers. He was like, yo, I like this song. Let me see who produced that. Oh, such and such produced it. I'm like, such and such. He was here last week in the studio. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes.
And wait a minute, you know that because you network.
Exactly.
Because first of all, there's no windows in our in our spaces. right?
We literally.
So you really gotta be in the hallways. You really gotta be catching this vibe.
I only catch you when we walk into the store.
Seriously.
We coming in and out. Oh, what's
Literally,
up?
what's up, yo?
How's your day? Everything's good, and it's just like elevator talk, but you doing your thing,
But
and
it's
I'm
still,
doing
and
my
we're
thing.
still connecting because look where we at now.
Exactly. We've been doing that for a minute already.
Few years,
Yeah. So yeah, networking is like, it goes right under creativity, I feel like. And if you want to be super successful in any career,
It's so true.
any career, you could, network has to be right under your creative. If you're a dentist, it got to go under your studies. You know what I mean? Because that's how
I feel like networking is a form of studying. We're just not looking at it like that. But for me, it's a form of studying. It's building with somebody who's teaching you more about something who could take you somewhere.
Exactly.
So it's just, I feel like it's a form of studying. Like you want to pass this test. You want to become this teacher, doctor. You study into it. You network into it. You see what hospitals, and I feel like it's the same idea when we bring it to this.
Yeah, for sure. So my cousin, he's from Highbridge, from the Bronx, not that. He has a friend that used to be an engineer here, and you know him, Q.
Oh yes.
Q, and he used to work at a studio, and it's like full circle moment. Like, I invited my cousin to the studio, and he's like, "Yo, I've been to this building. Wait, my boy, Q records
And all of a
down
sudden you're working with Q.
It's like, exactly. I built a relationship with Q, and like, oh shit, and Q knew my brother, and it's like,
wow.
full circle moment.
Yep.
And when I wanted to get out to it, also is like a lot of kids from my block and where I'm from, they're doing their thing. Like Tweak he has placements with Pharrell and with ASAP Ferg, and ASAP Ferg has he be back and forth with Flipstar because Flipstar is from Harlem, and it's like full circle moment. I have my boy Swifty. He has placements with J.I., with Mike Towers. You know what I mean? Like, my hood is like, there's a lot of talent that they're doing their own thing, and it's like full circle moment where it's like, oh snap, he did this. That's fire, Like, my hood is basically like there, like we're working. It's not just me. So I don't know. It's something about the Bronx.
Connected.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
Who are you working with right now? Because you're writing for somebody right now.
Yes, I'm writing. I got a couple records with Lau Fer. She's a great artist. She's started modeling. She modeled for Fenty and makeups and a lot of these brands. And she was in one of my videos. She started as a video vixen, and we just chopped it up. You know what I mean? And I saw her making music. I'm like, yo, pull up to the studio. Let's try something. And the creative process of writing the song for her, it was so easy, so genuine, we chilled, we were drinking, writing. She's Colombian, so I have to learn about the words that she used, and you know what I mean? And
I love.
And the trendy words that she's using to imply that in the writing process. And she has this song called Amor y Tragos, and it's doing really great. She's a female. You already know how females are on the internet.
Okay.
They out there. It's easy for them to promote their song.
Don't be saying it's easy.
It's easy to create content.
Okay.
Because
I just like to look at us.
Yeah, we do.
It's easy to look at.
Yeah, it's marketable.
But it's still work.
It's still, no, for sure. She does her thing. And a lot of her content, I give her the loops, yo, do this, do that, do this video.
No, but that's another thing you do. Directing your music videos.
Yeah,
so anything you're putting out, you're directing, and it's no regular. It's through the fish lens. It's through the videos of jumping, vibing, the videos of go. I mean,
the colors of it.
The colors, the aesthetic of you don't know if you're in the. It's timeless. You give a lot of different aspects.
So the video is not made the day that I film. The video is made the day I record the song. in my head. That's how that's my creative process. If I'm writing a song and I'm not imagining the video.
So you're already as you're writing it, you're
imagining the scenarios. Like, oh, when I said this, I'm already seeing in the video this scene. You know what I mean? And then it's like it gives me a spark where it's like inspiration, and it's just easier for me to flow as an artist and to keep on with the next bar or with the next hook or the next thing that I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Because I'm creating a movie basically in my head where I'm translating.
And that's the feel we get.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I'm bringing you guys to what I was seeing when I was creating this song. So when I was making Downtown Love, it's like, y'all gonna see me what I do when I take the train from Burnside to Soho.
No, that's my favorite. I think Downtown Love is my favorite.
Yeah, so it's like I'm like, turn on the camera and just record me.
Just being me.
Just being me, vibing. That video was one take, everything. We didn't do double takes. We didn't do I was just like, yo, record me. The videographer got B-rolls from other the guys playing in the train and stuff like that. But I told him, like, look, we're gonna go to the park. You're gonna record me. That scene where he's across from me and I'm like rapping to him, and the window in the back. Those are scenes that I picture myself already doing.
And it's such a New York feel. What was that behind that? It was such a New York feel. I mean, you had everything you had on.
Yeah, it was Yankee bomber. It was like
ripped in the Yankees.
Yeah, I was the D line where the
Any
161.
reason for that?
No, because I'm from New York. I'm a Yankee fan. Like, my favorite.
Yo, Yankees, what up? Y'all need this. Y'all need this type
for sure. Like, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, yo, I could see this video in the big screen of the Yankee Stadium. Like, I'm repping them so hard. This is the Bronx. You know what I mean? So that comes from that too, you know. But yeah, that's my creative process with myself or with another artist.
Now I want to ask you, because your creative process sounds extremely technical to me. Because now we have songs like Downtown Love, right? And then we have songs like Necio.
Yes.
Right? And then you're writing for people.
Yeah, like.
And then, so to stay in a light in each of these forms, that's genius. What does that take? How are you able, because you can sound the same way. You could be writing for and sound the same. They'd be like, oh, that's Calvin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're not.
It's not, yeah. It's just, I think that's come from just learning from artists that been doing this for 10 years, and also learning from an artist that just started recording the same day, you know? It's like different perspective. I'm not just only recording myself, I'm also recording other people. And
how do you keep that separated?
What I want to say is, like, the greatest artists, they don't steal, they take. Anywhere from Michael Jackson to Prince, they take, they see, oh, this is fire, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna make it my own. You know what I mean? It's like nothing is new under the sun anyways. And I've seen that with a lot of people. Like, yo, what he did was fire. I could probably, I could probably take that and make it my own, and then you make something new out of it too. And being in the room with producers and just listening, you know, that too. It's a mesh of everything. Mesh up of listening.
You're a student of your art.
Since a kid, because it also has to do with the music my mom plays. That the influence starts there. You know what I mean? So me writing for a person, I always tell them, like, oh, you like this line, like, you think it's clever, and then I always check on them, because I don't want to take them to a different direction when I'm writing a song. You know, a lot of times.
So you try to stay in their creative process.
Exactly. So it's like picking their brain. You don't
mix, yeah.
I gotta pick their brain. I don't want to. This is not a song that I'm writing. This is not for me. This is not a movie that I'm imagining. This is their movie. So it's basically, I'm asking them, like, what do you see in the video? I already have an idea of what they like, because we already We already
did the
heard so yeah, we did the interview. I
Yeah.
chopped it up. We probably already like 2 drinks in too, so it's more like a vulnerable thing, and that's the process. I'm picking their brain. I'm being creative on what I can say that sounds good for them, and then I go back and I'll be like, look, what you think about this line, or what you think about this chorus.
And don't get it twisted, Calvin's music right now is full reggaeton.
Full reggaeton
Speak
because
Spanish. I mean, like, you're writing in Spanish. Because one thing to speak it, it's one thing to read it, but to be able to write poems, like I always look at music as poetry. That's why I say that. But to write lyricism, to be a lyricism in Spanish as well, and for the lines to make sense, like they're real punchlines. They're real. How important is that to you to make sure that your music has a quality to its lyrics?
It is super important to me because it's something that I go through when I listen to music. It's like I didn't get it the first time, but for some reason I'm still listening to it, and then the third time, the fourth time, it's like, okay, that's what he meant. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, oh snap, that's the punchline. So it makes you even fall in love with the song even more.
Yes.
So that's why that feeling, I want to keep on giving that feeling to people. Whereas like you've heard the song 4, 6, 7 times, but at the 8th time, you're like, oh snap, he said this.
Yo, not for nothing, I even miss like lines. Like once, like the other day I heard a song and I'm like, that was funny. I never realized the song said that. Like that.
Exactly. It's like what they say, read between the lines.
Yes.
And then when you get it, it's like,
I mean, when you watch a movie too, we're talking about movies, and sometimes you watch a movie for the 4th time and you're like, what? I don't remember this scene.
Exactly. Like I seen the other day, have you seen Liar by Jim Carrey?
Yes.
At the end of the movie where he's like in the bed with the ambulance and there's like firefighters. In the end, he's a firefighter. Like there's a scene where he's a firefighter and then they switch the scene.
What?
And he's like on the bed. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta see
so
that.
So things like that, like Easter eggs, I put in my music. I have bars.
So it's like a hunt.
Yeah, it's a hunt. And like if you're really of a supporter of Calvin Price and you really listen to him, I would say, well, I don't want to say too much because I want them to figure it out. I want them to like.
I mean, but that's genius.
It's
that's
an
taking
experience.
the creative process to the next level. And I love to hear that. I love to see you coming into the game right now. I feel like a lot of us are a little worried with this era of, you know, and I love it. I'm still dancing to the music. I love all types of music. You know what I'm saying? But I miss that lyricism sometimes. I miss that storytelling. I miss the romanticism in it. I want to listen to a song and be in love and be able to sing it to my man. And you know what I'm like? I love that. I absolutely love that about your music.
It's I'm telling you, it's like I'm taking you somewhere, you know? And so when you ask me, oh, what my mom listens to or what she, it's like she listens to music that is taking her back to a time. So I'm trying to create the music,
that nostalgia.
That nostalgia,
yes.
the nostalgia look where I'm rocking the vintage bomber Yankee, you know what I mean? Or where I'm saying these phrases or whatever the case is. It's like when you listen to that song, it's like, okay, he's taking me to a time where.
And that's what's so beautiful, and that's what makes a culture.
Yeah, exactly.
We miss that, right? Like we miss that factor when we say the culture. The culture is that. It's what we wear. It's how we speak.
How we look, how we speak.
Yes,
yeah, how we
singing, the type of music we're singing. That all fits into a culture.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the mesh of everything of every artist. They're influenced by their younger years of their upbringings and stuff like that.
So let's talk about the song you have right now with DJ Flipstar. So
yes,
DJ Flipstar.
shout out to DJ Flipstar.
And y'all have out
By Jersey.
It's
a Jersey club.
Wait, By Jersey.
Yeah.
Porque aquí hablamos español.
Just with the title is like By Jersey. You could think of it two ways. It's like By Jersey, like to Jersey, or Pa Jersey for Jersey.
That's
yeah, exactly.
so true. Pa Jersey vamos, or
Pa Jersey because it's a Jersey. It's for Jersey. Like I'm from the Bronx, but
How was it creating with him and working with him, man? Because I know you usually work with him, right?
Yeah, I do. He's in the studio.
But for you to actually create something together,
he has good ideas.
Yeah.
He's. I like it because it's so like innocent. He doesn't know how to create a song. Well, at this point he does, but I can't.
He doesn't know the DJ.
Yeah, DJ. He got good ears. He will tell you this sounds good and this doesn't sound good, but I can't look back at him and be like, yo, what you think? Give me this rhyme. Like he can't. Yeah, you're doing too much. But like he has ideas where like, yo, mention this, and now create a bar around that. You know what I mean? Like, or like he'll be like, say this because it was in this song, like this classic song. I think this fits here, and then I'll put it, and then be like, "You're not there. That's fine."
And this is your first song together?
No, we have this song called, the first record we worked on. It was called Dembow.
Okay.
It's like a whole remake from Yandel.
Mm-hmm.
And that was our first song that we came together and put out officially. But yeah, it's like the creative process with him is super. It's a hit and miss. It's super, but it's good. It's a good experience because of the idea he brings, and it's not about your idea. It's about the best idea. So when I'm in a studio session and there's a group of people, sometimes like artists don't listen to somebody that just started making music or don't know nothing about music, because we're egotistic.
Yes.
Like, yeah, we're ego.
And we get to a point where we create standards for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're
ego-driven.
like, there's a point where you don't want to do that anymore because you're holding yourself to a certain
exactly.
level.
But like Rick Rubin said, it's not about your idea. It's about the best idea in the room. So if you're in a studio session with me and you be like, what you think about this, Calvin? I can't be like, no. You know what I mean? I'm gonna think about it. I'll be like,
Calvin will be like, no. But DJ Flipstar would tell you no.
No, I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no.
No, but I said Flip would tell you no.
Not even.
No?
Because it's like, I create that vibe in my room. Like,
oh, it's because of the vibe you create.
Yeah, I create that vibe. Like everybody's creative outlook is valid, you know, and your opinion could take me somewhere further.
That's so cool.
Because you're thinking something else. I'm creating the vibe and I'm taking you somewhere. You know what I mean? While I'm creating the studio, I'm taking whoever's in that studio somewhere. So if your opinion or your idea, like, and I hear it and I'll be like, yo, that's actually cool. Like, this could go somewhere else, and it's interesting because it's somewhere I've probably never been because I've never been through your experiences. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I say, I really like that quote from Rick Rubin. It's not about your idea, it's about the best idea in a creative
And of course,
space.
it's a collective, right?
Yeah, it's a collective.
Nobody's doing this by themselves. And if you are doing it by yourself, there's a point where you took that from somewhere.
Exactly. Exactly.
Learning from everybody, from somewhere, from something.
Exactly. No, yeah. And that's the whole beauty about creativity. It's not, sometimes these artists be like, Calvin, what you do with writer's block, or what you do when you can't make a beat or make a song? Yo, go out to the movie theaters by yourself. Like, go watch a movie, or you know what I mean? Go have a walk, bro. Like,
play Mario Kart.
Go play Mario Kart, exactly. So that too. Like, I be getting a lot of people that be like, yo, what you do for?
And I feel like writer's block. I feel like everybody gets that, but I feel it's almost like what we say, right, about a situation. It's not about the situation at hand. It's about how you handle it.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the way I look at writer's block. That's the way I look at, because I feel like everybody gets a block of some sort in whatever they're working on or whatever their niche is. There's a block of some sort, and I feel like it's about how you handle that, how you shake from that, how you take yourself out of that and say, oh, maybe it's a pause, because timing is key.
When I get writer's block, it's a ceiling I've reached. So now I have to reach another ceiling. That's how I look at it. it's like, okay, today I have writer's block, or I've been having writer's block for a week. I self-reflect and I say, oh, this is a ceiling I reached. Now it's time to go play tennis, go watch a movie, go
read a new book.
Yeah, read a new book. Exactly. Is now I have to collect new experiences. And,
wow.
And now, like working with Flip, like I started. Can we get into that? Like
definitely. Let's get into all of that.
So when things were getting back to normal around 2021, I wanted to be out there because everything is about network. You know what I mean? So
yes.
So I was at this one party and he had came late to the party, and I introduced myself just like how any other artist would introduce themselves to DJs, and he wasn't with it. Like he was like, yo, like give me 1 second. Like he was with his vibes. I'm busy. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna fuck up his vibe. Like he's working. I gotta respect that. So I left, and then I looked. I was like, yo, I'm gonna work with you. This is just not the right moment for me to work. And then literally like I wasn't like looking for his parties. It was just coincidence that I was just kept going to his parties.
Nothing's a coincidence, but I see that.
Well, yeah,
like
exactly.
A momentum,
I wasn't reaching for him. Oh, he's at this party. Let me go over there. You know what I mean?
Got there and it
was his party, exactly. And I would chill with my friends, and then I would go to the booth, say what up, chill with him, and then there was events where I was just going alone, and he was there, and then he had put a post up on Instagram like, I need an intern to grab my book bag and drive me. And I'm like, yo, I'm with it. And that same night I went to his party, and
you hear this, y'all? He was with it.
Yeah.
He was with carrying the book bag. He was with it.
Like, yeah, removing that ego of,
yes,
I'm a star.
To get someone.
Because I am, everybody
you
starts.
You are. That don't take from you not being a star.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where.
I mean, you're chilling with another star who worked to get there.
Exactly.
So let me
exactly.
carry this book bag for a little bit.
Exactly. And then I was doing it for free for like a year and a half. Like, I have my business here, but I was out in the field.
But it was worth it. It wasn't free.
It wasn't. Yeah, exactly. It was an exchange.
It wasn't free. That's right.
So I told him, he was surprised. He was like, yo, you an artist. Why would you want to carry my book bag? Because he probably at the time thought that I needed like a job or a gig or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't the case. And I'm like, nah, bro, just play my music. And every day.
He was like, hold on. This came with a fine line.
Yeah.
You were like, it's right.
Yeah, just play my music. Like, that's all you got to do. He's like, I bet. And then I worked so well. Like, the bond was so good. And
he's such a genuine person.
Yeah. He trusted me. Like, bro.
Immediately. Like, he was like, all right, this is my little brother.
Exactly. So then I brought him to the studio, and then he started seeing a little bit of my world, and I was seeing, like, we was doing Cardi B's birthday parties. We was with Yandel. I met J Balvin. I got on the phone with, like, he would pitch my songs to De La Ghetto. All these people reach out and stuff like that because he see the potential. He already studied the audience where he would play my music. And he'll be like, okay, it's good. The kid is going somewhere with his music. He's talented. He got the whole music thing down pat. Now I'm at a point where my music doesn't have a face. They don't know who's Calvin Price.
But that's beautiful.
No, it is. It's like a mystery. Like, yo,
yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it gives the audience, like, it doesn't dilute the process. You know what I mean?
And I feel like humans, we kind of. It's human nature to see something and judge it. Like, you see something, so when they see your music, they don't see it with your anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything. They're just liking it for what the sound is, and I really love that.
Yeah, I came across there's this a friend of mine. She's a journalist, and he met her. Mm-hmm. Flip met her, and she came to the studio and I played my music. She's like, yo, I heard this. I've been heard this in DR. Like, somebody put me on already to this. Like, I already knew about you. And it's like full circle moment, the whole networking and the whole being outside. You know what I mean?
No. But your music, it really does give that. It gives, like, you feel like that was something que estaba pegado.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's something que you're like, I heard, like, no, I literally, this wasn't on 97 días de day. Like, this wasn't on, you know? Like, I really...
La Mega, isn't it? Like, yeah, people... I mean, it's because of the choir.
Let's talk about Necio.
Necio is a... Flip was in the studio when... Flip and my boy Brian, we were both in the studio.
They must have been hyped the whole time.
No, because you know how Flip is. He's got the trained ears where if it's not mixed and mastered, he is like...
He was like...
But Brian, he already knew what's up. He was like, yo, this song is fire. Like, I could hear it, like, without it being polished. I could hear the words, how you like the melodies, what you're saying. Like, it connected with him because remember, I'm in the studio with other people where your creativity is influenced.
So you feel like
from
the
other
song's
people.
about you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's kind of weird having them because I record outside. I don't record in the booth, and like I'm just with my headphones. They don't have no idea what I'm doing with my headphones when I'm recording, and I'm like mumbling and like thinking of line or thinking about a punchline or thinking about a chorus, and then I will have like the help from them when I play the songs where they say, "Don't say this word, say this one." Like in a part of the song, I say, "Me gusta tu perfume de Chanel." Me gusta tu perfume Chanel. My boy was like, "Change perfume to aroma," and then like, you're right. You're right. It rolls off the tongue very well, and it doesn't change the context of the punchline or the line of the song. You know, so it was the dope session, to be honest. It was really dope, cause Brian told me after the song was done, they parked up. They started listening to the song, and Brian was like, "Yo, we gotta do something with this kid. Like, this kid got, like, he's on to something. Like, this song is fire."
Oh my God, you've been on to something.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So this series of music you're dropping, because there's so many good ones.
Yeah, there is.
So you're dropping, you're doing an album. What we doing?
We're not doing an album yet, cause in my opinion, I don't have a big audience to cater to for a full-length project.
Okay.
So I want to feed them singles. Like, I'm recording this song, and if this is the song that I've been listening to for the whole month, y'all gonna listen to it, and just build my audience off of my singles and the content that I'm releasing. So then, when I have like a certain amount of following, where I can cater to an album or an EP, where I know that okay, they're gonna listen to 6 songs. They're gonna listen to 7 songs. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm not at the point where I probably have 2 or 3 people, 4 or 10, that would listen to a whole project. But I feel like I want to be a little bit more strategic.
And I feel like you're very that. Everything.
Yeah, no,
everything.
yeah.
You're very calculated, very strategic. Like
calculated, but also I flow.
Yes.
Like I calculate things, but like
it's important.
Yeah, it's super. It's super
make
important.
Make sure there's a strategy behind everything you do.
No, for sure. But I like
no
going.
plans.
I like going with the flow. I like going with the flow.
Yes, but I also say no plan is plan to fail. What's that quote? When you plan with no plan, you plan to fail.
That sounds like the quote. Or if it's not a quote, that sounds like...
I don't know. It's something like that.
No, but it makes
sense.
sense.
To be strategic.
No, I still...
And at the same time, it's good to go with the flow. That's my father's favorite quote.
Yeah, go with the flow.
He always say, I'll be like, but this is not work. He's like, go with the flow. I'm like, muchacho, I'm drowning with the flow already.
No, yeah. I mean, flow is super important because that's how you create a song. You gotta flow. Or if not, you're not gonna get nothing. So
for you take it literal.
Yeah, like I flow and just I don't really like I do plan it. When I'm already in flow of the creative process, that's when I visualize the video.
The whole thing.
But I do have a planner where I write things down, my personal goals and my personal things that I have to be in on top of.
And you're doing this all alone. You're building your team now as you go too.
Yeah, I'm building my team as I go, It's not that I build the team then I'm starting working, I'm working, and if you want to work with me, you work with me. If not, I'm still on this journey of Calvin Price,
Who's top artist you want to work with?
I don't have top artists that I want to work with. If I'm in that room with that artist and you want to work with me, then we work, and that's it.
And he's worked with a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, it's something I don't think of, to be honest. I haven't thought of like, yo, I want to work with.
Yeah, you're super genuine, and I cannot wait to see what this goes for you.
Yeah, if you started making music right now, I'd be like, yo,
all right, let's go let's make some music.
Make some music, like, you know what I mean? Because they say, like, the mess up, like the little mess up that like, what's that called when you mess up and it's like something beautiful, like, oh snap, I messed up, but I got this out of it.
But it came out to be, I don't know.
Like something beautiful. That happens a lot with artists that don't know what they're doing. Like their little mess up, and then me seeing it.
And right now, especially, I feel like we're in that era of you make that one song, that one hit, and everybody's riding with that. So you're in a good position for that.
I guess. Right now, I don't think I'm looking for like a hit record. Like I'm not.
You have so many good stuff,
and that's the product of that. The product of me having good quality music is because I'm not looking for a hit record. I'm just
truly doing what you
Yeah, exactly. This is just flowing. This is just me being myself, being at the studio, me like stopping and then blasting the music, and people looking like, what the fuck is he, what he's doing? And I'm like dancing myself, you know what I mean, to the songs, and people look at me, like the people in the room look at me like, what? Like, and
he just rocks to his own stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's just I gotta see I gotta listen to what I'm doing. If I'm not,
but that's where it starts, to believe in yourself first.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're gonna see your vision.
Yeah, they start just believing in you when you don't. Like, it makes sense. Like,
yeah.
If you don't believe in yourself, you think somebody else is gonna believe in you. No, it starts with you believing in yourself.
Y'all heard it here, y'all.
For sure.
Calvin Price. Super excited for you.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. Necio's out.
Necio's
out. Jersey's out.
By Jersey out. I have a lot of records. Playita's out. Something I produced.
I like Playita too.
Shout out to my boy Piquine. This is something so full circle moment. Remember when I told you that when I lived in DR?
Yes.
This is a guy I used to, because in DR, as a kid, you take a moment where you just watch the window. And I would see this guy walk every now and then. Like I'm like in 7th grade, 8th grade. Next thing you know, this guy was walking to a studio where he worked at.
And this is years later you find this out, right?
Kind of, sorta. So
when you recorded Playita?
I recorded it August last year. Like, this is new. But this guy is like, I used to see him walk up by where I used to live in DR, and he's an audio engineer. Fast forward.
Crazy.
He's worked with Bad Bunny. He's worked with Piqué and I'm like when he moved out here to New York from DR, I'm like, yo, you remember me? He's like, yeah, I know who you are. I know your dad.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And I'm like, yo,
full circle.
Yeah, full circle moment. It's like, yo, this is like scripted, like, you know.
But it's a line. That's when they call a line, right?
It's a line, like, exactly. It's like, and then I go through his page and I'm like, he's worked with Nana, he's worked with Bad Bunny, he's worked with like a whole bunch of these artists. I'm like, yo, this is the dude that I used to watch him walk by my hood in DR, and he was going on his way to work.
Nah, that's full circle.
Yeah, for sure. And then I've been sticking with him since. Like, he mixes a lot of my records.
Wow.
All the records that I have out, he's mixing it. Cause I don't mix my own stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that to my own music, cause it gets to a point where it's like,
that's also interesting to hear.
Yeah, like I made the beat, I write the lyrics, and then at that point I'm just so fatigued listening to the same thing that.
But again, look, we say it takes
a team. No, a team, right? For sure.
And even for yourself, who you do it all, you're saying, I don't want to do it all for this.
Exactly. No, you have to. You have to be egoless. Like, there's some artists that be like, no, I gotta do it all. I gotta create the content.
So
I gotta
beautiful.
create just invite people. Whoever's on the journey, they're on that journey. You meet that person for a reason. They're either gonna give you a gift.
Somebody like, what's his name? Piquine?
Shout out to Piquine. Yeah, Piquine. He's an audio engineer. He works with Lincoln, uptown in the Bronx.
Yeah.
He's an amazing audio engineer.
Okay, so we said Playita's out.
Necio is out. By Jersey is out. Sube is out. I have a lot of new records. Right now I'm in the process of promoting it and sharing, sharing it with whoever wants to listen to it.
Well, the pull-up wishes you the best.
Thank you so much for this.
So happy we pulled up today. I'm so happy we got to do this.
I'm so happy.
And I can't wait. We're going to keep on. Give you like a year and I
spin the block again.
I'm going to spin the block.
No,
you better not act like you don't know me.
No, come on.
Don't know.
Come on.
Look at his face. He got serious. I love that.
I'm still bump into you.
Of course. Hello.
We neighbors.
Would you be my neighbor? Calvin Price, yo.
Thank you for having me.
So excited for you, man. Jacina Love, the pull-up, baby.